I appreciate it, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank Chairman Royce and Ranking Member Engel for their swift action in putting this important and timely resolution together. The world has been witnessing the people of Iran taking to the streets en masse to protest the radical regime in Tehran. They have made it clear that the regime's policies have done nothing but harm. We've seen large-scale protests in Iran before, most notably in 2009, but these protests are different, Mr. Speaker. This time, unlike in 2009, America has not shied away from doing the right thing. The administration has expressed vocal support for the people of Iran, and it has warned the regime that we are watching how it responds. The public's discontent is palpable, and these protests have exposed the cracks behind the regime's veneer. For decades, the hardline regime has squandered Iran's vast resources in pursuit of spreading revolutionary ideology and of achieving an illicit nuclear weapons program. The regime's rule by fear, rule by intimidation, the human rights abuses, the silencing of the opposition, the abuses of ethnic and religious minorities, the restrictions imposed against women under Sharia law, and the corruption. None of these are being taken anymore, sitting down by millions of Iranians. And let us not be fooled, Mr. Speaker. Rouhani is no moderate. He is an opportunist. He's a lifelong adherent to the regime and its hateful ideology. That is why this resolution is so important. We must make it clear that we truly support the people of Iran and their aspirations for a free and democratic society. Their protests are a referendum on the regime, and we must make it clear to all the regime officials that they will be held accountable for any human rights abuses in response to these protests. But, Mr. Speaker, we must also not lose sight of the bigger picture. These protests are important, and it is important that we take action on human rights abuses. But this is just one aspect of the regime's illicit behavior, and sanctions against human rights violators is but one tool that we have at our disposal. The totality of the regime's nefarious and illicit activity is what the people of Iran are protesting against, and it would be unwise for us to lose focus of that bigger picture. So while it is important that we stand here today in support of the people of Iran, and we make it clear that there will be consequences for human rights abuses, we must make sure that we see the whole board here and connect the dots. And that means, Mr. Speaker, using all the tools at our disposal, because they are not isolated issues. They are all connected. So with that, I would urge my colleagues to support this resolution and to continue supporting a strong response to all of Iran's illicit activity and the use of all of the tools that we have at our disposal with